afternoon. The death toll from Typhoon Aghon climbs to 7, while over 51,000 people have been affected by the typhoon. The Quezon Provincial Police say a 56-year-old caretaker of a cafe in Barangay Santol in Mauban Town was found dead on Monday morning, May 27. She drowned when the area was hit by floods at the height of Aghon's onslaught on Sunday, May 26. The police also reports 2 more fatalities in Lucena City. One was hit by a falling tree in Barangay Ibabang Talim, and the other drowned in a river in the coastal village of Talaw-Talaw. Authorities in Quezon earlier reported that a 7-month-old baby boy drowned in Padre Burgos Town, while 2 others in Lucena City and San Antonio Town died after they were hit by falling trees. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council previously confirmed the death of a 14-year-old girl in southern Misamis Oriental after a tree fell on a parked vehicle she was boarding. Meanwhile, over 51,000 individuals have been affected by Aghon as of Wednesday, May 29. The NDRRMC says the majority of affected persons are located in Calabarzon, Bicol Region, and Central Luzon. Vice President Sara Duterte's camp is asking the Supreme Court to dismiss the petitions to declare the release of the 125 million peso confidential funds to the office of the Vice President in 2022 unconstitutional and void. In calling for the dismissal of these petitions, Duterte's counsel, former Solicitor General Estelito Mendoza, argues that none of the appeals managed to present an actual case or controversy. In a consolidated comment, Mendoza deems the petitions as a mere apprehension and speculation about contingent funds or confidential funds, which does not constitute a justiciable controversy. He adds that the petitioners failed to show any injury or difficulty that they have encountered from the act they complained of. He reminds petitioners that even if the Supreme Court is vested with judicial power, it does not follow that it will answer all judicial queries. Among the petitioners in the case are the groups of lawyers led by former COMELEC chairperson Christian Monsod, former presidential spokesperson Barry Gutierrez, retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio, Howard Calleja, the ACT Teachers Party List, and the Makabayan bloc of lawmakers in the House of Representatives. Petitioners said the Office of the President's release of the 125 million pesos has no legal basis because there was no congressional appropriation for the Office of the Vice President in the 2022 General Appropriations Act, and the executive branch is not authorized to pass its own budget outside of the appropriations law. There are 3 separate pending petitions before the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of Duterte's confidential funds. The government has 0 budget set aside this year to procure updated doses of the COVID-19 vaccine against the new FLiRT variants driving a wave of infections around the world. Department of Health spokesperson Assistant Secretary Albert Domingo says the DOH has no budget under the 2024 appropriations law to acquire updated COVID-19 vaccines considered more effective against the FLiRT variants. He notes that the department's current funding was focused on procuring doses for the routine immunization of children. The country is currently facing an outbreak of measles and pertussis or whooping cough due to the low vaccination coverage in previous years spurred by the pandemic. For COVID-19 doses, the DOH is relying on donations. This includes 1 million doses pledged by Gavi Vaccine Alliance, with the first tranche of 500,000 jabs set to arrive in the second quarter. On Monday, May 27, the government placed the country's airports and seaports on heightened alert to thoroughly screen passengers coming from countries with reported cases of the COVID-19 FLiRT variants. The FLiRT variant referred to KP.2 and KP.3, tagged by the World Health Organization as variants under monitoring. The DOH assures the public that there was no evidence to date that the FLiRT variants were causing severe to critical COVID-19 cases, maintaining that the Philippines remains at low risk for COVID-19. But the Health Department urges Filipinos to continue practicing minimum health standards, advising them to wear face masks when going out in public or entering enclosed spaces with large gatherings. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Death toll due to Typhoon Aghon climbs to 7. camp of Vice President Sara Duterte asks the Supreme Court to dismiss the petitions against that 125 million peso confidential funds. And Las Filipinas falls to Kazakhstan to battle Australia for AVC Challenge Cup bronze. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.